Yo, what's poppin', everybody? I want to welcome y'all back to the No Level Cap podcast. I got to introduce y'all to the crew. We got the collector of collectors and Twitch streamer extraordinaire, Will Coleman. What's happening, Will?
I'm playing Fate Grand Order in the background.
In the background.
We got the living cartoon and the man with the golden voice, Rakeem Beck. What's good, Rakeem?
Man, God is good all the time and all the time. There you go. God is good. So you already know. Go. Yes. We all
right. We got the master of gains and Mr. One Punch Man, Devin Butts. What's up, Devin?
What's up, guys? Back here for another episode, man. We got some interesting topics. Well, not topics, but more like kind of a fun episode for y'all today. So I'm ready to get into this, man. So that's all I got to say, man. I don't want to crash if I say something
else. Lastly, we got the Black Daredevil and the best actor in Austin, Texas, Terrence Flowers. What's going on, Terrence?
Yo, I guess when this episode comes out, Christmas would have passed. So I hope that everyone had a great Christmas, you know, whether you celebrate with your family, your friends, or by yourself, or, you know, however you chose to do it. You know, I hope that, you know, the holidays are good to you. Yeah, just be good to yourself and be good to other people. But yeah, I'm good, doing well, and looking forward to this episode, although I'm going to try and be as relaxed for it as I can, because I can see this getting messy.
Before we get to that, you brought up Christmas. I got the Christmas tree in the background. Does anybody remember the Smurfs episode where they had to beat the devil by like singing? It was like a Christmas
like
episode.
In the back of my memory.
Christmas special.
Yeah, it was a Christmas special where like Gargamel ran all of like the devil. And they ain't say he was the devil, but I mean, like at the end of the episode, like Gargamel basically, like Gargamel ran into this dude who was like clearly not right, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to kidnap." He was like trying to kidnap Gargamel's like relatives, like his little aunt, his little niece and nephew or whatever. And so like Gargamel came up and was like, "Yeah, I got him," and I guess he thought he was gonna get paid, and then the devil was just like, "Nah, ain't no payment, but I mean, you come with me." It's gonna be mighty hot where we going though. Don't worry about it. You ain't gonna need no jacket. It's just like, like he's surrounding them all with fire. Gargamel's like, hold on, wait. I didn't know I was gonna be a part of this. Bro was like, no, I got use for you when we going.
Wow.
And the Smurfs, it was the only way they was able to beat them was by singing goodness makes the badness go away.
Oh God.
I think I've seen a Smurf special. I don't know if it was that particular one.
There are a couple of Smurfs Christmas specials, but that was the one that stuck with me because I'm just like, bro, this is insane. Like what?
Okay,
I barely remember this.
Found it. It's on YouTube. I see it.
It's definitely on YouTube.
I'm gonna be honest on stage. I'm gonna be honest on stage. I think it's in the back of my memory because, like, I'm gonna be honest, I never really liked the Smurfs that much. Kid.
I didn't really either, to be honest.
I
just wasn't feeling them.
But Smurfs or Snorks
for some reason.
I was gonna say Smurfs or Snorks.
I was a Snorks guy.
I actually like the Snorks too. I prefer the Snorks over Smurfs.
I just like it. I'm sorry. I like Snorks over Smurfs. I'm sorry.
Come along with the Snorks. Hey. Sing along with the Snorks. Hey.
Oh, those things. Okay. I was like, what is a snort?
Give me some snort.
Yeah. Unlocking memories. Will, what was yours? Smurfs or Snorks?
I was kind of 50-50 on them. I was just watching them.
I did watch both. I watched both, but I definitely preferred the Snorks. Like the Smurfs, it was like, hey man, come live back in the past and live out in the woods with no technology. I was like, nah, hell no. I want to be underwater with all the tech that somehow work underwater. They got electricity and all the other stuff. I was like, I don't know how that worked, but they got it. But that question kind of segs a little bit in what our topic was, because it is like an either or. But first, let me go ahead and get this out the way. I am Sage Ashford, the man that won't shut up. If you didn't know, No Level Cap goes live every Monday morning. We will not be live next week because these are hardworking black men who deserve a break because none of us are getting paid. So we will not be filming an episode, and there will not be an episode appearing on January 2nd. I know you've gotten used to seeing our handsome faces this year, all year round. Consider it a short break before we come back the following week, January 9th. All right, now we go live for YouTube listeners. But if you prefer the audio version, we're live on Spotify as well. We're also on the Tickety Talks. We everywhere you want to see us. You know what it is. But like I said, this week we're doing something a little different. I wanted to have fun last week, last episode of the year. I wanted to have a little fun. So we're doing One Gotta Go Gaming Edition. I got 7 rounds for us. I want to see just how much arguing we get into. So first up, one developer gotta go.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a little easy. Let's see. One developer gotta go. Square Enix, Rockstar, Bethesda, or Capcom. One gotta go. Devin, what's up? Which one gotta go?
Square. Well, all the top Square Enix ain't going nowhere for me. It's
You right.
It ain't going nowhere.
You right.
It ain't going nowhere. So Rockstar, Bethesda, and Capcom. Well, Capcom ain't going nowhere. So that's two right there. Two Capcom and Square Enix ain't going nowhere for me.
All right.
Now Rockstar and Bethesda.
Do you play Bethesda games like that?
I don't really play Bethesda games. It's like maybe a few of them. I don't really play Rockstar games like that either, though.
Okay.
I don't like Grand Theft Auto. I didn't play Red Dead Redemption 2, although I played the first one, which people seem to forget about. That game was fire.
The first, hell no!
You talking about Red Dead Revolver?
One game, you talking about Revolver?
Yeah,
Red Dead Revolver.
Oh wait, Revolver.
Yeah.
Come on,
Shit, it's the reason why they forgot about it.
Man, look, man, that game was.
There's a reason why it's called Redemption.
Nah, bro.
They was redeeming that franchise. Yeah, correct.
Right, bro. That game was
tried.
I don't care what nobody.
I think I tried Revolver a little bit, but I never got into it. It wasn't my cup of tea.
That game, I don't even like Western-based stuff. That made me like Western stuff. I'm gonna say Rockstar, man, because I just really don't play a lot of their games. Like Bethesda, I mean, what's the game? Dishonored. I played that. That's Bethesda, right?
All right, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
That's our game.
more, yeah. So Rockstar, get the step.
Don't forget Doom. They own it software. So
Oh,
Doom.
Yeah, you're right.
They also own Prey, which seems like it'd be your type of game, to be honest.
Prey
with you.
is-
And I do have. So yeah, Rockstar can get the stepping.
Damn, that's crazy. Like the most popular, the best-selling game of all time. You said
Unless they make a midnight club that's good, they can get the stepping. Get out of here.
Will, what's up, man? Bethesda, Rockstar, Square Enix, or Capcom?
All right, so just like Devin said, Square and Capcom ain't going out of nowhere. They staying where they gonna stay at. Cause I mean, and Square definitely ain't going to work. Cause I mean, I got Tactics, I got Star Ocean, I got Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5. I just got Crisis Core. You saw that last episode. I got Radiata Stories, Stranger of Paradise. How y'all doing?
Oh damn, Radiata Stories.
How you doing?
You brought up a classic on that one.
He pulled out one of the vault.
I had to. If I don't dig in the vault, who am I to collect?
He is the collector of collectors.
Collector of collectors, yeah.
So, between Bethesda and Rockstar, I don't play a lot of their games. I used to play a lot of Rockstar games. Growing up, I did. I used to love Grand Theft Auto.
I feel like that kind of narrows it down.
Yeah. And I don't play many Bethesda games. But if I just had to deal with somebody that just shouldn't be here, Rockstar can get the walking.
Damn.
I just don't.
Two for Rockstar. That's crazy.
I just don't fuck with Grand Theft Auto no more. I don't. And like I said, if you love it, to each his own.
You don't fuck with the quad stack?
No, I don't.
Oh well.
No.
Right.
No, I don't. And I know I just list off a bunch of RPGs, but I got plenty of other shit I could be playing too. I'm not gonna sink 1,000 hours into GTA 5 online just to be waiting for GTA 6 in 2035. So by all means, Bethesda can stay because they got some stuff I wouldn't mind picking up if I just made it my business to pick it up. But Rockstar gotta go. I'm not with GTA in any way, shape, or form because they just gonna not keep my attention long enough for this shit. I'm tired of it. Throw it away.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start some shit.
Go ahead.
So Square Enix, I that's the one that ain't moving. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that's they up in here because like Will just showed Star Ocean. I heard this Star Ocean was actually good, or at least good to like Star Ocean fans, which is all I care about because I'm a Star Ocean fan. I'm looking forward to FF16, Octopath Traveler. Every time that theme plays, a tear rolls down my cheek. It's like back in the day when you didn't put out your forest fires and Smokey would. Every time I hear the Octopath Traveler theme, I'll be like, "This is the one. This is that theme." So like, yeah, Square ain't going. I'm gonna hit y'all with the surprise.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
I feel like I know you're gonna say that.
Capcom, get the fuck out.
I knew it.
I
I knew it. I knew it.
Wow.
Beat it.
Wow.
Like Capcom really ain't got shit for me. Like when I think about Off the Top of the Dome, I'm like, okay, I had Monster Hunter Stories. I downloaded that, and I was like, eh. Like I looked at it. I started thinking about like, when am I gonna have time to really play Monster Hunter Stories? Never. And so I deleted it, and I don't feel bad about it. I'm like, like I guess Street Fighter. The Street Fighter story mode looked cool, like the new one, like the World Tour, that looked cool.
Yeah.
But overall, I ain't no fighting game fan. Like I ain't trying to get punched in the mouth. So like I'm straight. Like Rockstar, I ain't no GTA dude. Like GTA can go jump in the river. I don't give a damn about GTA. But I fuck with Red Dead Redemption 2 heavy. I put lots of hours in there. In fact, I put lots of hours in that bitch twice because I played it on PS4 and then I moved to PC. Couldn't move my save, so I had to start that bitch over. So I played it again. I played it all the way and didn't care. I was like, yeah, this it. I'm out here in the land. I can't hunt worth the shit, but I'm still that nigga. Like, I'm still out here. So I was enjoying myself. Like, I was enjoying myself, like, pretending like I was just, part of the land. Like, I was on an episode of Bonanza and shit. I was like, yeah, this the show. So, like, I fuck with Bethesda. I mean, I fuck with Rockstar, at least on that level. Bethesda, I have never played a Bethesda game, I don't believe. In fact, I know I haven't. However, Starfield coming out. And I'm looking forward to Starfield. I want to go out in space. Hopefully this can be a space game with some scale that's not immediately disappointing, because we have like all last gen, that's all we struggle with. Like, you can't get no space game. And every time a space game came out, Mass Effect, Andromeda shit came out, everybody was like, man, this shit mid as fuck. No Man's Sky came out. People was like, what the fuck do you do in this game? Not a damn thing. Now they fixed that, but it took years. So like, this could be the first game, if it come out in this fire, that's the first big space game with like proper scale where you can go just about anywhere and do anything, where it's actually good. So like Capcom, like I can't think. I'm sitting here trying to think. I guess Devil May Cry, if I like really want to like punish my controller in my hands, but I don't. Like I'm at the age, we talked about this. I put shit on easy, which kind of I feel like defeats the purpose of DMC. So like, Capcom gotta go.
All right. I respect his decision because he told us the truth right off bat. Capcom ain't got a lot for him. So
what about Breath of Fire, Sage?
What's the last Breath of Fire?
The last Breath of Fire was on a phone.
Quarter.
They working on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot the phone version.
They working on it.
They working on it.
Will put this argument in the dirt. What was the last one?
On a phone, and that shit didn't do good at all.
Sorry, hear that.
Was that Breath of Fire 6?
Yeah.
They had a lot of nerve.
Wow, I actually didn't know they went to 6. Wow.
Yeah, they put the number on it.
It was a numbered game, and that game was horrible.
Wow. Well, I mean, 5 wasn't great either, so.
Yeah.
My God.
I've heard people that 5 was fire.
5 had potential.
I've heard people say that.
Oh.
So, I don't know. But I just know that, like, with Breath of Fire not around, and, like, there was some Capcom game I was mildly excited for, but, like, I'm just like,
Dragon's
overall.
Dogma?
Yes.
He doesn't like Dragon's Dogma. Oh, yeah. 2.
I wanted to give Dragon's Dogma 2 a try. But I mean, if I had to choose between Dragon's Dogma 2 and Starfield, I'd rather go into space. And I mean, like, The Witcher, it'll be out, and Dragon Age 4, that shit gonna be out. So like, between space and fantasy, I got fantasy games coming. Ain't no space games coming that I know about. Beyond Good and Evil 2, that bitch ain't got no who?
Dead Space?
Rakeem, what's your choice, man?
All right, so this is actually a very easy one.
No,
for me.
I don't fuck with horror.
This is a very easy one for me because my youth was founded as a child on Square Enix. In college and late high school, I got really into fighting games. A lot of that was due to Capcom. And there's a lot of IPs with Capcom I actually enjoy as well, because I was a big fan of the original Dragon's Dogma. I enjoyed Shadows of Rome. I loved all the Onimushas. I loved DMC. I played 1, 2, and 3 as a kid. Loved, well, not 2. I just, let's let 2 go by. But 3, legendary. One of the best games I ever played. And as far as Bethesda, even though their reputation is kind of gone down in the years, there's a lot of IPs in there that I have gotten involved with. I enjoy playing Skyrim. I remember my friend Tim coming over, and he basically played my game every day, and I watched him. He freaking got engrossed in that game so much. I literally played the Elder Scrolls Online. Is the most played MMO I have ever played in my entire life. I've never played any other MMO, going back to any other MMO, as much as Elder Scrolls Online. It's because it has good quest design and good and decent storylines. It's something I'm interested in. And I even tried out Fallout 76, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of liked it. I enjoy Fallout 3 as well, and Dishonored and Doom. It's just too much. It's too much stuff there that I've invested in that I like. So this leaves Rockstar, and I'm be honest, I have never owned a GTA. Wait. I think I had GTA. No, I borrowed GTA 4. That wasn't even mine. I've never owned a GTA. I played them but never finished them. And right now, with their current record of taking 6 or 7 years to come out with things, I did enjoy Red Dead Redemption 1, but that's one game out of their entire library that I was just really into. So comparatively, just by default for me, because of investment in all these other IPs, I gotta get Rockstar out of here. They are foundational. They had a big impact on gaming. The next game is going to be massive as well. They're one of the highest selling games of all time, but that doesn't mean anything to me because I'm not into that genre, that specific genre of gaming. So get Rockstar out of here, man. I'm sorry. That's me. That's on me.
My goodness. Rockstar just I think if we go on by like all of our numbers together, Rockstar is gone. Like,
Rockstar's definitely out.
Yeah, like because I'm imagining Terrence is also going to say Rockstar. Am I correct?
I don't know.
So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna make this quick. Square and Capcom, they're staples of my gaming life. Square for all the RPGs, Capcom for multiple genres. Capcom has done platformers, technically shooters. Well, not even technically. They have done shooters, fighting games. Capcom has done a ton. Like, there's no way in hell that I could kick them to the side. Rockstar, I played Bully. I've dabbled in the GTA games. I really enjoy Bully. Bully actually is the Rockstar game that I want a sequel to the most.
A lot of people do.
Yeah. And I know they didn't technically make it. Develop it, but they still kind of had their hands in it. It was LA Noire. I know it was developed by Team Bondi, but still right. Rockstar had their hands in it. Bethesda, I just don't really care about Bethesda games like that, if we're being honest. Like, I don't really. I have friends. I know if one of my friends, if he listens to this podcast, he's gonna be like, "Oh, this is blasphemy," because Fallout,
that's the IP I care about
Scrolls,
the least.
yeah, Fallout, Elder Scrolls. There's a lot, but there's a lot behind Bethesda. But I just don't really play first person RPGs like that. I don't really play Bethesda games like that. So for me, Bethesda is the one that has to go. It's not really anything against them. It's just that I don't care as much for their games as I care for the other three. Nowhere near as
defending them. Fuck it. It's one gotta go, so fuck them.
Yeah. All right. Well, Bethesda then. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, I don't plan on getting all excited and everything with this. I'm just going to give you my answer and keep it stepping. I don't feel like arguing with people on the internet.
It's technically, we are people on the internet, even though you know us in real life. So
and I'm not going to argue with you all either.
You ain't got no choice. You play this Dante Must Die Mode podcast.
All right. Now let's level up a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like this one's gonna be also a little easy. At least I feel like everybody's gonna give the same answer, just going off of what I know of y'all. Fighting games.
Okay. This could get grimy because people play different types.
I had a feeling this one was gonna come.
I kind of want to drop one of them and just make y'all decide between three.
It's up to you, man.
Because otherwise, I feel like y'all going. I feel like we're gonna get a unified answer, and I don't want that. So I'll tell you what, it's just gonna be three on this one.
I don't know. You might be surprised depending on what you say. So let's go.
You play a lot of different fighting games.
No. Street Fighter.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Tekken. The fourth option was Smash, but I expect to get like a unified answer from everybody on this. So
That's
I'm gonna tell you right now, you wouldn't have gotten a unified answer from me on that.
At least smash in and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
You said leave
Rakeem,
smash in?
what is your answer?
You said leave and smash in?
No, we taking smash out. Fuck that.
So,
Fuck that.
so
I want
Street-
some hard choices.
well, shit, that makes it even easier. So Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Rakeem, I want a hard choice from you. What's up?
All right, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. Now you guys know I'm an MK guy, so
Yeah,
I don't give a damn in my universe. I know what y'all gonna say because once I get disrespected, every goddamn time it's always get the most disrespect side of it. But in this house, in my room at least, MK is here to stay. And I love Tekken too. But recently, I gotta say, I think I felt like I've been more into Street Fighter since 4. I like Tekken. I play Tekken 6 and 7. But I think I like Street Fighter just a little bit more than Tekken these days, since the last few games I played. So I guess the one I go for me is going to be Tekken.
Mm.
I feel like
Tekken.
I just invested more time in the Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, the online, playing with different people. I mean, I play a lot of Tekken too. It's pretty much even, so it's kind of a hard choice. But
Yeah.
That was
Tekken. Tekken gotta go. It's a hard
what I
choice
wanted.
for me. And if anybody in my family was here, they would look at me like you lost your mind. So nobody in my family sees this until way later, so I can explain myself. But yeah, right now I'll say Tekken. Street Fighter 6 looks so good, man. I can't go without it.
All right, Will. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or Tekken?
Oh man, I grew up with all these damn games, bro.
Yeah, I know. That was the point.
God.
That was the point.
I remember the day my aunt came down from Jackson, and I was outside playing football with the kids on the block, and she came past and in the car and put Mortal Kombat up on the window and was like, "I got it for you." I stopped playing football and went in the house. I said, "I'm here to play my game." Thank you.
Which Mortal
but-
Kombat was it?
Well, at the time, I think it was Deception, if I'm not mistaken, and I love that one a lot. I got a huge soft spot for Deception. But wow, between them three, I've been playing a
Yeah.
lot of Tekken recently.
Okay.
and
That is
I've
true. I've
put-
seen you stream Tekken. So
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Tekken recently in my spare time. I have put Street Fighter down at least in 5 because I burned myself out on it in the 2 years. In the first 2 years it was out, and then I kind of been on and off playing it, trying the new characters and whatnot here and there.
but 6 look good though.
6 do look good. I didn't get into now one of the fucking betas. Fuck you, Capcom. I'm still buying it. Let's see. And MK. The last time I really sat down with MK was MKX. And I was loving that. I was the Takeda guy. And if I had to pick one out of them that based on playtime, I'm gonna base mine on playtime. On playtime
All right.
alone, it would be Mortal Kombat.
I knew it.
It would have to go.
I
It
knew
would have
it.
to go. It would have to go in the back
Here it
burner.
comes.
I
Here it
hate that so much because I like Mortal Kombat and I love the whole cultural thing it is done because people like it brought about the rating system. People love referencing Mortal
You
Kombat,
do that.
whether it be in rap, battle rap, music, anything of the sort like that. Even in wrestling, if you've even seen it, yeah, and stuff like that. And I think I just have a big soft spot for Street Fighter. Having started with Street Fighter on the Sega Genesis, I had like the Champion Edition on there, and I remember having that case back at home as a kid. So that's where I started. Then Tekken 2 and so on and so forth. But Mortal Kombat, I had to put it on the back burner for me.
You know what? To just to be clear, as far as like people, they probably heard me say Capcom, and they was like, he probably didn't even play no Cap. No, one of the earliest games I remember owning was Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition. Like I had that, and I also had Devil May Cry 1 and 3. So like I've played some Capcom games. So like just to get that out, just to give that little bit of background.
What about Mega Man, Sage? You a fan of Mega Man?
I was indeed a fan of Mega Man growing up. Just the Battle Network series though, like Battle Network as a whole, but like
That
the
collection is coming
and
soon.
Legends.
I was gonna say I thought I remember you like Legends now.
I did like Legends,
Well,
but
they come out with Legends 3, man. Legends 4.
You know damn well that game ain't coming out.
Hey, man.
Thank you.
30 years.
I'm gonna
Look.
stop you right there, Devin. You know damn well
Come on,
Legends 3 ain't
practice.
happening.
Practice. We're
Look.
trying to get a game.
Hey,
Look,
look.
He trying to get games.
I don't know. Like, they bring out a Legend 3. They got like some you can customize your suit and stuff, and it be like, look, fire. Say, like,
So
hey, man,
for like as long as I've known you, I've been making jokes about how Jack 4 ain't never coming back. When I tell you Jack 4 got 1,000% chance better coming back than Mega Man Legends 3, hell, then Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 getting a remaster. Jack 4 is a better chance of coming back than Mega Man's Legends 1 and 2 ever coming back, let alone 3. So
Y'all remember? This is the side. Y'all remember when the Mighty Number 9 that guy did a second Kickstarter to make a Legends?
Couldn't even get that.
No,
they get that Red Ash.
No, they told him, "Hey, sit your ass down and finish this other game first," and then that game came out trash. So
that game was trash.
Boy,
I was wondering about that. I'm like, I don't think that ever came out. So
no, I did. So like, it was called Red Ash, and like, it like Terrence said, they told him sit your ass down and work on Mighty Number 9. What the fuck you mean you got another game you working on? And then like he said, oh, I got some extra funding for that one, so we still gonna make it. And then what wound up happening was Mighty Number 9 came out, fucking bombed, and he was like, all right, well, I guess I shit my ass down. And is he connected to Gunvolt? Am I tripping? Is Inti Create specifically connected to Gunvolt?
Oh, yes, Inti Create specifically is connected to that.
Yeah,
and those Blaster Master games too.
Inti Create was just like, we just gonna make Gunvolt.
Yeah, Gunvolt's been going strong for a while, and I kind of feel like it kind of goes under the radar. That's really the Mega Man successor. It's been out for a while.
It is.
It's more like the Zero successor, but yeah, it is. It's definitely
true. Very true.
Terrence, you said this is actually a pretty easy choice for you. So what's the easy choice? Like, what's got to go?
Well, since you told me to be quick about it, yeah, MK.
I didn't tell you to be quick about it. I just said
you said, hey, show no mercy. So all right, MK can go. I mean,
I knew it.
Street Fighter. I mean, it's here to stay. Tekken. I mean, it's the last of the 3D fight. Well, I mean, it's the one that's like the flagship.
It's the king.
Yeah, it's the
most
king.
popular.
MK. Look, there's nothing actually wrong with MK. It's just that for me, if I had to make the choice out of all these, MK would be the one to go, just because I don't have the same kind of connection to it as I do Street Fighter or Tekken. I mean, I have some Mortal Kombat games. I have some of NRS's other stuff as well. But in comparison, yeah, I'd have to let MK go. So, and even if Smash was here, I'd still pick MK. So yeah, there you go.
All right.
Let's keep it going.
For me, and I'm not a big fighting game guy, so like I'm really going off more like the lore of the worlds and shit.
The lore.
Man, actually, I want to say Tekken gotta go, but I'm also like, what the fuck is the lore of Tekken? Like, just niggas getting thrown off into the volcanoes and shit like that ain't no damn lore.
No, that's a family tradition.
You got devil jeans and
devil, something about devil jeans and dumbass horns and lasers coming from the head and some dude named Jack who keep getting rebuilt and some naked ass swordsman and like what the fuck is this game? Like I don't even know what the lore is.
Who's the naked swordsman?
Yoshimitsu.
He's naked?
Some type of alien or whatever the fuck. They just keep redesigning him. He keep coming back weirder and weirder with every fucking game.
I don't know what's in the Yoshi design.
Yeah, that is definitely true. I mean, I guess like the reason why I want to kick Tekken out is because I fuck with 3D fighters so hard. Like I prefer, like I always thought that was the way forward, and I was like, eventually everybody gonna go 3D. Unfortunately, you say
everybody made 3D games back then. They tried.
Unfortunately, a lot of games tried 3D, failed, bounced off, and it was like, let's go back to 2D. That's what was making us money, which makes me sad as a fan of video games. Is like the progressive medium, but like we at where we at, and so like I kind of want to keep Tekken based off that, but like ultimately like the Mortal Kombat lore, dumb as it is at least coherent, So like especially like Mortal Kombat 9 when that shit came out, I wasn't even a Mortal Kombat fan. I'm still really not, but like just seeing that story unfold and the way that NRS told that story was wild. It was like, it had me like, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck going on now? And that's kind of what had me so excited for Injustice before I got tired of the evil Superman bullshit. But like, I was, what's up, Terrence?
Well, I was just going to say real quick is that one thing that I will always give NRS credit for, they made everybody step it up. So even though I said they got to go, if without MK9 or MKX, none of the competition would have stepped up like their story mode or like their single player offerings. So, I
Very
mean,
factual.
they're goated in that regard, definitely.
I appreciate that, sir.
Street Fighter's lore is kind of nonsense, but at least like the world is more coherent. I feel like, and I'm just impressed by how just like how they can make the Street Fighter world and the Final Fight. I think that's right, the Final Fight world and the Rival Schools world. It just all fit together, and it feel like they belong in the same universe. I've always found that kind of cool. And then, excuse me, y'all. The only thing, like the Darkstalkers kind of sort of fit in there, but not really. But still, just the fact they even tried, I'm like, that's admirable. So like, I feel like Tekken got to be the one to go, just because like if I'm basing it off lore, because I damn sure can't play fighting games. Tekken's lore is not indecipherable, but I ain't trying to watch no damn 2-hour video to explain what the fuck that lore is. So there you go. Devin, what you got? Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or Tekken? One gotta go.
Damn, I forgot Devin didn't go.
What's funny was when Sage took Smash off the list, and Terrence was like, "Well, this is easy. I already knew what Terrence was gonna pick." And then Rakeem turned into Deion Sanders, like, "MK, he'll stay."
Because it's coming. MK, it's coming.
Coach Brown.
Every time, it's coming. Next year, it's coming.
It is coming next year. So
Hopefully,
man, I mean, these are three fun fighting games of mine. But if I had to pick one to go out of these three, it would be Tekken. I mean, I played a boatload of all these games, but MK was something different back in the day.
definitely that.
I will say, I mean, there was a definite dark age of MK when it came to the 3D. I kind of fell off of it then. Them 3D games, I think the only one I played was Deadly Alliance, and after that, I kind of just like, all right,
Little Alliance and Deception, Armageddon. That's when I dropped off.
Armageddon was some fuckery.
and then 9 came in. Well, I guess it was technically 9, but it was like a reboot of Mortal Kombat. That came in and was like just reinvigorated Mortal Kombat. Man, I really love. I like Tekken because back in the day they had them CG cutscenes. Me and Rakeem talked about this earlier. How they don't have those endings anymore. And
Nobody does. Nobody does CG cutscenes no more. Like their endings for arcade.
They're expensive.
Exactly.
That too.
Bruh. I mean, they could just go the old school, just do it the old school PS1 graphic style, man. I'll accept that, man. It was some funny cutscenes, man.
This isn't what is it? This isn't a shoot. What is it? This isn't a brutality. This is a fatality.
This is a fatality. You can't eliminate that from history. That's history.
Man.
We can't forget MK anthologies, Sub-Zero.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Now we can eliminate that from history.
Special forces.
Actually, you can take both of them. You can take both.
Yeah, take Special Forces out. That was literally their interpretation of a blaxploitation film.
All right.
Fuck.
Okay. At least we got trim out. At least we got trim out of that one.
True.
But yeah, it'll be Tekken for me, man. It hurts a little bit, but I mean, I played a lot of MK, man, and I played more MK11 than I did Tekken 7. So I mean,
does that mean Tekken is the one that's got to go? I think that's Tekken. 3 votes for Tekken and 2 votes for Mortal Kombat.
Tekken itself off the list.
Tekken gotta go.
Who's the third? You voted Tekken, Sage, and
yes.
You just who was the third vote?
I voted MK.
Oh, you voted Tekken. Damn.
I wouldn't get rid of MK. What happened?
Yeah, King wasn't getting rid of MK. He is Kotal Khan himself. So
amen.
All right, let's continue in that string, and instead of doing fighters, let's switch over to platformers.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, this should be interesting.
I'm not as intense about this, and this could be more fun. Let's go.
Super Mario. That's one.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Whoa.
Rayman.
Ooh.
I knew Terrence was going to raise eyebrow on that one.
Although he kind of took himself out already, so.
And Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hold up now.
Run with me. Run with me.
Roll
Roll
with
with
me.
me.
Mario,
Ooh.
Crash, Rayman, and Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Crash, Rayman,
I can
Sonic.
already see where this is going.
Oh man.
Hey. Shoot.
I'm gonna cheat on this one. I'm gonna cheat on this one.
All right. Terrence, you seem like you the most inspired by this one. Which one do you feel like gotta go?
Okay, you know what? I like this one because I'm not gonna lie. The last two ones, they've been softballs, but this one actually makes me think.
All right.
I mean, Mario's a staple. He can't go anywhere. He absolutely can't. He's.
Yeah.
No, I mean he can.
I mean, he can, but I ain't taking him anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I ain't taking him off a platforming list. Hell no.
Oh,
Crash. Crash has had a resurgence, so
Yes. Shout out to Toy for Bob.
shout out Toys for Bob
They
for
doing
bringing
God's work.
Crash back.
Sonic.
God.
I mean, Sonic has had his resurgence too. I mean, Frontiers was. I mean, the way that you described
Less in games and more in everything else. But
Other-
yeah,
other-
Yeah, the way that you described Star Ocean is how Sonic fans feel about Sonic Frontiers.
It's true.
Hey man, for us, a 7 is a 9. Like this is excellent.
that is how I feel about Star Ocean. You are
I
correct.
mean, and Sonic also has. I mean, Sonic has definitely had a resurgence. And then we have Rayman. Oh, I feel so bad, man.
I know.
Look, it sucks because Rayman, like the Origins games, those games are straight fire. Like
Yes.
you do those games co-op, those games are immaculate. Like,
Okay, hold on.
huh?
I feel like you trying to talk yourself into Rayman being the one that's got to go, but you don't have to do that. It don't have to be just
no.
because Rayman don't got no games coming out. If you like Rayman's games better than Mario, Sonic, or Crash, kick one of the motherfuckers out.
Well, let me finish and I'll get to it. Rayman. I mean, he has some Rayman 2 is legendary. Then we have the Origins games. Those are really good for co-op. It's a shame that the rabbits just took him overtook him. poor
Bully that man.
Rayman gets no respect nowadays.
He ain't even a guest star in the Mario Rabbids games.
I like the Mario. I'll put it this way. I like the Mario games. I like Sonic. Like Sonic for me was like my go-to platform. Like Sega, the Genesis was my first console, and yeah, Sonic 3 was technically Sonic 3D Blast. I guess was my first console game. But I've always been a Sonic fan. I can't let him go anywhere. Damn, man. Between Crash and Rayman, this is I don't want to take up any more time. I'm gonna call it Rayman, unfortunately.
Damn,
Unfortunately, just because
I didn't realize you rock with Crash like that.
Crash is just iconic, man. Crash is cool. I mean, I really like Crash. I mean, I enjoy the Crash games. I like him as a character. He's fun. Yeah, if I had to pick someone out of this list, it has to reluctantly be Rayman, and I say that as someone who really enjoys the Rayman games. So this is a tough one, and reluctantly, I'll say Rayman.
Damn. Okay. For me, Sonic is not going nowhere. Just because I mean, like, his cartoons was always cold. Blue Streak speeds by. Sonic the Hedgehog. That shit was fire, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody
Sonic,
say.
he can move. Sonic,
Yeah.
he's got an attitude.
Yeah. Sonic was that cartoon was cold as shit when I was a kid. So that one, Sonic got to stay just because of that. But I also fuck with Sonic Generations. That was the last one I really played. And Sonic Frontiers looked pretty good. I do want to try that. So I'm gonna leave Sonic on them. I made them jokes about Mario about like, he can leave and he still can. Like, one of y'all kick him off y'all list. I'm like, oh well. You can find a job plumbing some toilets somewhere else. Get to plumb something else. But like I remember playing Sonic. I remember playing Super Mario 3D World, and Man, the time, like I didn't love all of it, but I got to that winter stage, and
Mhm.
I've never played a stage of any game anywhere that encapsulated what the holidays, what Christmas feels like, quite like that stage. The music, the way the set was built up, the way you explored, all of it was just so perfect. And I like that memory alone is worth more than like it's worth enough to keep Mario on the list. So
Sounds like
that one right there.
Banjo Kazooie, like the winter stage for Banjo Kazooie. That reminds me of winter.
Platformers do have that like
Yeah.
ability to just kind of encapsulate a feeling like a stage or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't even like platformers like that because like I don't know, like I've always, of course, I don't like heights just like a lot of people, and like platformers, you always, it's that fear of falling, and that shit just I'm not a big platformer guy, so but still those two, the two main big, Mario, Sonic, they stand. It's between Crash and Rayman. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never really played a lot of either. I played, I guess, a little bit of Crash, in demos and shit like that. And then, of course, I played. I played the most I've played of Crash, and the most recently was when they gave you that demo stage in Uncharted 4. When they did that, and I was like, "Oh, you
Oh,
that's the most
yeah.
I played of them." But other than that, I hadn't
Wow.
touched that motherfucker. So I really don't have any kind of tie to either one. And so I'm gonna just kick Crash out just because Rayman, like the balls that it took to try to do a brand new platforming franchise, I was impressed. Like, just I know that Ubisoft kind of abandoned him in favor of like the rabbits, but like he could always come back. In fact, I think Ubisoft does need to revive some franchise
Yes.
that's not an open world
Oh.
franchise just to give themselves a little more
Breathing room.
cash with the fans.
That too.
Where
Oh,
like the
yeah.
fans see like, okay, y'all can do something that's not just another Assassin's Creed clone. So like I'm gonna leave Rayman and say Crash got to get the fuck up out of here.
Like that.
Will, what's your choice?
Okay, so this one here is a little bit tough to me because I do have like favor with like all of these. Because I played a lot of Mario growing up as a kid, but then I really got into like Crash when I got my PlayStation, and the first Crash game I owned was Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. I love that game so much. Like to this day, I've always thought of it, and I was like, I want to play it again. And recently, like a month or so ago, I bought the Insane Trilogy at GameStop for like $10. I was
Awesome.
like, 3 games, $10, can't beat it. So Crash is definitely gonna stay because he's been a huge part of my growing up. I played the Warp demo on Pizza Hut demo disc. Y'all remember demo disc?
Damn, the
Y'all
Pizza
remember
Hut
Pizza
demo
Hut
disc.
demo?
Good lord.
Yeah, the
the
Pizza
Pizza
Hut
Hut
demo
ones.
disc.
Yeah, man, get that personal pan pizza with that disc on top.
Oh
Take
my
it off.
God.
Open the pizza up, eat and
Childhood.
play your game.
My
Yeah,
reading
and
comprehension skyrocketed because of pizza. It's the truth.
he ain't wrong.
I read
either.
so many books.
He ain't wrong. And Rayman, I got a little bit of time with Rayman due to a demo disc from a long time ago. It was on PC actually, PC gamer demo disc because we had an old Gateway desktop back in the day, and played Rayman 2. I used to love to play that demo, but it was some things about it I couldn't really grasp on because it was a 3D game, and I never knew the first game was actually in 2D. So yeah. And last but not least, you said Sonic, right? Grew up with Sonic 2. Grew up with Sonic, Mario, and Crash. And I have some time with Rayman thanks to my nephew and his Wii U because he always wanted to play like Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins and things of that sort. There, Terrence said them games were fire co-op. He ain't lying. Them games are amazing. But if I had to pick one, I'd have to throw Rayman out, and it's because of Ubisoft's negligence. It's because of that. It's because of their negligence and how they let the little rabbits take over. Like literally, they are to me, they are the video game equivalent of Minions. So if I had to say it, it's gotta be Rayman. Rayman's gonna have to go. I hate to say that for him because he has an interesting premise as a platforming mascot. He really does. As a character that doesn't have any limbs and just flings balls of light and then gets power-ups and things of that sort and flies
Shout
using
out,
his head.
shout out to Brawlhalla putting him in there as a character.
Shout
Yep.
outs to them, no doubt about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, shout outs to them for that. You're right. But Rayman's got to go. Those other 3, they got to stay because I played their games. I've grown up with them. And shout out to Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania Fire.
Devin.
It's a shame because Rayman 2 is definitely goated, but you know, it unfortunately gets outshined by Mario 64 and a lot of the other platforms around that time. But yeah.
So if I was to ask this question 10 years ago, your answer would have been Crash?
It actually might have been.
It probably would have been because Crash hit Crash was still going strong at that point, but like 10 years ago, you say Crash hit like a real bad dark point. Like they were just like stuff like Mind Over Mutant, Twin Sanity, and things like that. Those are like the lower quality games in the series, and
that PS2 era.
I was going to say Crash actually died almost in the PS2 era. His first game, and it wasn't even because the game was bad. His first game on PS2 was actually bad because it was. If y'all remember, this was a quick side note. Some of the early PS2 games had blue backs, like this dark blue.
Yep.
Loaded slower. They loaded slower. That game would take you like 10 minutes to load between levels. It was just you literally couldn't play it. You beat a level and then be sitting there like
loading for forever.
Dang,
that was unfortunate.
I'm trying to remember like if I have any games that have a blue back.
SSX, the first one, I think, NBA Street 1, Crash, Oni,
NBA Street 1,
and something else.
Oh damn, Oni, you taking it way back.
Yeah, and I had a copy of that.
But I know what you're talking about with the blue backs. Yeah, that's I forgot about that.
So Devin, what's your choice between Mario, Sonic, Crash, and Rayman?
Well, first thing I want to say is rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around at the keep moving on, bro. Man, I mean, you see the color of Rakeen's microphone? That's Sonic, right? He actually talking into Sonic. Sonic is doing he's curled up, doing a spin attack. That's what his microphone is. Same blue and everything. So that's just off the rip. Sonic ain't going nowhere. Although, Sonic had been trash for a long time. Don't get it twisted now. He between that little Italian plumber and this hedgehog, which made no sense. We never seen a hedgehog run fast, so it was Sonic. But after like the heyday Sonic on the Sega Genesis, bruh. Some of the best soundtracks of all time that I can think of. I even heard hints that Michael Jackson helped work on some of them. And I can't even lie. Bro, that flying batteries on. Some of them you could have did a moonwalk to. So I'm not gonna really dispute that. That could have been true. Michael Jackson had a game on the Sega. So hey,
Moonwalker.
Moonwalker.
He wasn't good, but hey, he had a game on there. Those were heydays. Then here we come.
Moonwalker or 50 Cent Blood in the Sand?
Bruh.
What? Neither.
You could do Wu-Tang? Def Jam?
Neither.
Damn, Blood in the Sand or Moonwalker.
Bro,
anybody play 50 Cent? Yeah, people played that. Not me.
not I.
No, sir. Not me.
Not me.
So then here comes the Sega Dreamcast. And boy, when I tell you. So I've told this story to, I think I've told some of y'all this. Most of my closest friends know this. When Sonic Adventure demo came out on Sega Dreamcast, I played that demo till it just couldn't be played no more. I was like around 10, right 9 or 10, I think, somewhere around there. From I say 8 to 10 age range. I was about that age when the demo came out. I had an imaginative young mind. I killed you all not. This is think what you want of me. I thought that if I played the demo a certain amount of times, that Sega had like a headquarters satellite watching me. This kid really loves this game. He's playing it so much, we just gonna send him a copy of the full game. I legit thought this. That's how much I played Sega Sonic Adventure 1. That first day with the whale, I saw that whale so many. I think he had a name. I think it was Jeffrey or something like that. I saw that whale a lot. because I played that demo so
You
much.
just gave
bro.
him a name because you played
Bruh.
that demo so many times.
Bro, you run on that bridge and he come out there, hey, what up, Sonny? How you doing, man? Like, bro, I played it. I literally thought they were gonna send me a copy. I said, I got about 100 more time to play the demo. They're gonna send me a copy in the
Bruh.
mail.
Bruh.
Then
This sounds about as real as what was it in Smash? If it was Melee, where
The
if you
Sonic and
did a
Tails,
certain
if you-
challenge, you would unlock Tails or Sonic. What,
the it was like dang, it was something the little
the multi-min challenge or whatever?
yeah,
Oh,
you had
that
to beat
sounds about
20
right.
on like the hardest mode. You had to
Yeah.
beat 20. And I did that, and I was a fool, of course. Didn't get nothing. But then I got the full game Sonic Adventure, but didn't have a memory card. So I proceeded to play Sonic Adventure over and over and over again every day. Didn't have a memory card, didn't care because I just love playing the game. Just play it for like 8 hours a day, lose all my data, start over the next day. So
Shit.
I'm talking about the snowboard. I freaking love Sonic Adventure. That's one of my favorite Sega
Give me
Dreamcast
the
games.
VMA. Quit playing.
Yeah,
I eventually got one. Sonic Adventure 2 was another great game of mine. We got the boy Shadow with the Edge Lords. Like,
I'm saying.
I'm the
He
Edge
in
Lord.
there.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come
boy.
on, man. Ain't the best design controller, but come on, man.
If you got big hands, I guess.
So Sonic for me, like I said, he a lot of memories, some of the best video game music I've ever heard. I wasn't a fan of like Sonic Mania just because. Now the music was fire. That music, somebody was in that studio doing all the buttons. Somebody was in there like beep beep boop boop boop, boop, and they was getting it. That soundtrack was immaculate.
His name is T Lopes. He is
Okay.
on YouTube.
T Lopes, man, you was in there with all the appendages on that keyboard, man. My only gripe with those games, Sonic Generation was good. Like Sage mentioned I did like that one. I liked how they did the old school Potbelly Sonic with the modern Sonic,
Yeah.
which is so weird.
Yeah, Pop Bell, that's true.
But I just didn't. I felt like they kept running that trend of let's re-release the older games that you kind of played before. That was my only problem with like Mania. Like, bro, can we get a new modern Sonic game that's good? Like, I heard
No.
Sonic Color was okay, but like it was so many turds. Like Sonic in the Black Knight, what was Sonic in the Secret Rings?
Yeah, Sonic and Secret
Yeah.
Rings, yeah.
That's the storybook series.
And then
Blue Streak,
of course
you know?
we have the Wii U game.
Gal Special
Lost
Move.
Worlds
Yeah, Lost World, and then we have
Special
Sonic
Move.
Boom.
Unleashed.
Oh,
Sonic
Sonic
Boom.
Boom.
Rise
Unleashed
of
is
Lyrics,
interesting
baby.
because Unleashed is like a half good, half bad game.
I was about to say that
Yeah.
the parts where you run, I was like, that was fire, but it's like, all right. Anyway, so yeah, Sonic got to stay for me. Mario, as much as he likes to strong arm his way in the gaming industry, like Mario out here just like a big center in the paint, just throwing elbows. Like, get out of my way! I'm taking you. This is mine now. It's what he did to Rayman. Like the fact that they didn't even put him in Smash. Y'all got the rabbits. Y'all put Mario, got him dual wielding pistols in Rayman's with his characters, but y'all couldn't even put him in Smash Brothers. Bro,
I think he's an assist trophy, and that's it.
What?
Yes.
That's even worse.
horrible.
That's even worse. Bro, you ain't even good enough to be like an actual playable thing. We just gonna put you here, come here and do something for a minute.
We're gonna throw you and you're gonna do a thing.
Now Crash, I can't get rid of Crash either, man, because Crash 2 was my first Crash I played. No, Crash 1. And boy, when I tell you,
You played the Dark Souls one, that's crazy.
That game is pretty hard.
it can get challenged. I ain't gonna lie. I bought Crash 4 in that game, but they was like, "Hey, Cole, chill out now." So that I have fond memories of that one. Crash 2 was amazing. Crash 3, you got his sister come in, Coco. You doing jet ski, motorcycle, you riding on pigs. The game was it was great. Again, it had a dark spot in the PS2 era.
We don't talk about it. We don't.
Didn't really just kind of get back into prominence until now, like last few years. Like,
yeah.
Yep.
That's fact.
and you also know who it's made by Naughty Dog. You also know another game that's made my Naughty Dog that I stand by. So I can't, So
By association. By
by association,
Association.
osmosis. He like, I can't rock,
so I
rock with
can't.
this, I rock with that. I'm sorry.
So the
So
answer for you is Rayman.
it is. I play. Now that being said, I played the heck out of Rayman Advance. I played the dog water out of that game. It was a fun experience. I played Rayman 2 on Dreamcast. It was okay. I just didn't really have enough for it. So Rayman, you ain't got no limbs, but you got heart. So I'm gonna have to put you in the same place with Vector Man, over there in the corner somewhere.
Hey, yo.
Fucking
Hey,
Vector
Damn,
Man.
the disrespect.
Put
Put him with Vector Man.
Hey,
Look,
yo.
Hey,
Oh,
I
tell
love
Gold
it.
L Pepsi, man.
Hey,
too.
bro, I love his Vector Man, bro.
Oh, man.
Hey, what about 7-Up that? You don't forget about him.
Oh, cool spot.
Cool spot, man.
Put
Hey,
him Pepsi.
Hey, yo, man, we showing our age for real, yo.
yo,
Yeah,
Go
yo,
there with
definitely.
Gex. Go there with Gex and
it ain't no disrespect though, because
The
I
house
love
of
Pepsi.
forgotten
all them
platformers.
dudes.
I
It-
know,
it-
right?
There's a
this
lot of
was-
dead platform
This
games.
was a bittersweet decision because
Cool spot.
Rayman almost didn't get a fair chance. Like it was just he had potential, but it just nothing. Like you said, Ubisoft. Now all they if you ain't got a sword or gun in your hand in their games, it's like look, we gonna need you to be shooting somebody or stabbing
Right.
somebody. Ain't no more of this cute whimsical flying with your head, tail spin, none of that. We out here, hey, calling a chopper or So
Shanky people
he
in
gonna
crowds.
Rayman go over there and join Vector Man, your brethren, your non-limb brethren. So I love Vector Man,
I'm
but
gonna need you to leave
You
Vector
love
Man out of this. He didn't deserve it straight.
man, Vector Man was fire, man. I've been wanting a better Vector Man game, but I just know that ain't gonna happen. Now that really ain't happening.
It really
Yeah,
definitely
you
ain't gonna
right.
happen.
It ain't.
Rakeem,
Rakeem.
I know you're not a big platformer guy, so you ain't got to spend a lot of time. In fact, we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, I got you.
Mario, Sonic, Crash, Rayman.
Ironically, I owned 3 of these games. Played a lot of Sonic as a kid. My cousins had it, so I played a crap load of their version of Sonic. So I ended up playing Sonic 1, 2, and 3, I believe. Loved it. Mario, didn't have a big connection to it because I didn't play a lot of Nintendo games. However, I got a hold of some precarious emulation. And I got a hold of actually not a traditional Mario game, but Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. And I love it. Man, them games so good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Boy.
I wish more RPGs had that type of
Boy.
turn-based battle system with the action commands.
You know
Very
what?
fun.
I forgot that if saying Mario has to go, you'd have to also get rid of all the
The
Yes,
Mario
RPG.
games.
So
Mario
Super
Mario
G,
RPG would have to go. I wouldn't even play video games if it
Hey,
not was Mario
Mario.
RPG. So never
Yeah.
mind. Go ahead, Keith.
So I'm not getting rid of Mario. Crash 2 was the first video game I ever owned. I got a PS1. It came with Crash 2. That's the first video game I ever played on my own. I mean, that I owned. I played my cousin's console before that. And I really enjoyed Crash 2. I actually had Rayman as well. I played both of them a lot. But between the two, I just always like Crash more, man. Crash got a lot of swag for a dude who don't say nothing, but whoa. He say whoa all the time. He got that. He be funny with the movements.
You got the little
His
2-step.
eye move. He got a 2-step. Be switching left and right, man. Cortex is such a funny villain with the big. He just such a. It's got such charm to it. Rayman has a lot of charm to it. And unfortunately, I didn't play Legends or Origins that much. I played them very, very, very minute. I know they're fantastic games, but I never got into them as much. So I don't have that connection with those most recent games. So for me, it's Rayman. Short and simple.
Damn, I'm the only person that tried to stand for Rayman. I tried to stand up for him, but I mean, Ubisoft definitely hold him. Like he couldn't even be. Is he even a guest star in the Mario Rabbit games? Like
He's about to be DLC for the newest one.
Okay, DLC. I'll take that.
Oh,
That's better
they're
than
actually gonna make him DLC.
Yeah,
Wow.
they showed up off in the trailer. He's gonna be DLC in one.
Oh wow, that's surprising.
better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I do want to get through these last 3, so we're gonna have to make it a little bit of a lightning round. But they some ones. All right. This one's a little easy.
What was your
PlayStation
answer?
1. I said Crash.
Oh, you said
Yeah,
Crash.
Crash can
Okay. I couldn't remember. Okay. So what was the majority vote?
Rayman.
Okay.
Wow.
Just making sure.
By
Okay.
landslide.
Okay. Just making sure.
So the next one, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, or PlayStation 4? Rakeem, you looking like you got something to say. What's up?
I ain't had nothing to say. I was thinking about it. If one gotta go, this show for hell ain't for me 1 and 2. I know that. So, it's the only options for me. Man, this is weird for me because I feel like when I transitioned between PS2, I got an Xbox 360 near Red Ring. And there was a period where I didn't have a console. I didn't even play games for a little bit. But when I got my PS3, I just got on a train of games I just freaking love. MK11, Dragon's Dogma, Skyrim, Amalur, Max Payne 3. So many games I really enjoyed. So for me, out of the most playtime and probably longevity, I'm gonna say PS4. Wow. PS4 gotta go. I the first two, it's impossible because I know that I just played too much of that. And 3 kind of got me back into becoming a gamer, like feeling like a gamer again and really enjoying that. And 3 had a period. There was just so many freaking hits back. So for me, I'm gonna say 4 gotta go. That's just me personally.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know.
Will, what's up?
Well, I'm gonna first off start by saying this: the PS2 ain't going no damn where. Now, the PS1 is gonna stay too, because it was one of the first systems my folks ever really got me that I seen them personally go get for me. So that stays, and I loved it. I had a lot of time with it as a kid in first and second grade. I loved it. When it comes down to it between 3 and 4, I've definitely sank a lot of time into the 3. This controller got me through a ton of games. Got me through a ton of them. Especially me playing and doing my FADCs in Street Fighter 4. But then the PS4 hit. I won't even lie. PS4 kind of started a little rough for me, but over time it was stacking up games for me, and I was like, okay, there's a lot of shit on here I can play. If I'm doing this based on utility, or at least based on what I know I would pick up and play, it would probably have to be the PS3. PS3 would have to go. Okay. And I'm saying it like this because I have a lot of fond memories of the system. I do. I still have my PS3 down here. I got this PS3 in 2011, and it still runs.
Wow, same here.
I got mine in 2011. Switched the hard drives out.
2011. Wow.
I got mine the time that Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out. So yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I got mine that year, and I also got MK9 that year. Shout outs to my RA wherever he at. I hope you're doing good.
MK9 was a year.
I hope you're doing good, bro. You helped me get my game that night. And I even played the Challenge Tower out on finals week. We ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, I did, but PS3 can go, even though as much as I love it for it having backwards compatibility with PS1 games and older models having PS2 compatibility. I think I just found myself playing a lot more of my stuff on the 4 when I had it. And I found myself playing a lot of older things on my PS3 because it had that accessibility. So PS3 can go, PS4 stays, the PS2 is strapped to my chest, and the PS1 is strapped on my back.
Terrence, which one?
So out of all these, PS1 is actually the only one that I hadn't owned because I got an N64 instead.
Okay.
That being said, I mean the PS1 is legendary. I mean, there's so many games that I mean without the PS1, I would have never seen the Final Fantasy games. Like Final Fantasy 8, I remember seeing that for the first time, and that just blew my mind. The summons looked immaculate, just crazy. I honestly wanted a PS1, but you know, since it was at that time, you know, hey, my parents were like, hey, you get one system, you stick with that. So
that was, parents were.
Yeah, that was it. PS2, I mean, PS2 is enough said. I mean, the PS2 is the PS2. It's a goated system, one of the greatest systems of all time, if not the greatest system of all time. PS3, I got a lot of playtime on my PS3, like Will was saying, but PS3 was definitely a rough era. And I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I know that's what Sage is going to get on about it. PS4, I mean, I still really like my PS4, even though I have the PS5 now, so I don't use it as much. I think out of all of these, I probably would pick the PS3. I mean, even though I played it arguably just like, I played my PS2 the most, and then PS3 probably the second most, but PS3 just had a lot of issues at start, and I mean, it eventually came around, but I think out of all the systems, it's definitely like the black sheep of them, just because, I mean, for one, it was hard to develop for, and just two, it just took it a while for it to reach its full potential. I'll put it that way. I mean, and plus, most of the great PS3 games you can play on PS4 now, so it's like, yeah, I can do without it, so yeah.
All right. Devin, what you got for us between the four systems?
Mr. Punch Man.
Well, excuse me, as my brethren have said, Will and Keem said 1 and 2 ain't going nowhere, and that's just off RPG. The strength of RPGs alone, I can't 1 and 2. I can't touch it, man. I really my choice is obvious, even though it's a little bittersweet, but I'm gonna have to let the PS4 go. Even though one of my favorite games on this system that I love so much that I even customized the colors of my system to match that game. That was Final Fantasy VII Remake. But without Final Fantasy VII, there wouldn't be no remake. So I'm gonna have to go.
Definitely true.
I'm gonna have to go with the PS4. And I don't think Sage, maybe Will knew about this, but I want to say I know Terrence knew about this, and maybe Rakeem. If y'all know me, when I got the PS3, I got the PS3 on launch.
Yeah,
I got the original.
I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You got the OG.
I got that year. I got Final Fantasy 12 and Resistance. So the fact that I could play my PS storage was horrible. Well, at the time it wasn't as bad, but now
60 gigs was nice.
60 gigs was nice.
You know what I'm saying? At that time, but now you like that's like they ain't gonna do a Call of Duty game. But
damn sure ain't gonna do a Call of Duty game.
But the fact you could play the PS1 and PS2 backwards compatible, that was so beautiful. And I hated that the older systems, the newer models, they only do PS2 or PS1 rather. But y'all know when my PS1 called the yellow light of death, and I said, "Oh no, not my PlayStation." I looked up guys.
Franken PS3. Oh man,
the Franken 3, baby. No top. Press the button, it still work. We good to go, man. So I literally rolled my PlayStation 3 till the wheels fell off, man. So I gotta say 4, man. It's got some great games, but boy, that was the era of Call of Duty, Street Fighter 4, Tekken 6, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Come on, man.
MK9.
Yeah.
So Batman, Arkham City, the Arkham franchise before went off for rails.
It's 2 and 2.
My God.
PS3 and PS4.
Yeah,
We already know for the heavy.
And I'm down to the last. I'm finna break the tie. Break it. You finna break it.
I feel like
I know you thought I ain't breaking no damn tie.
I know what Sage's gonna pick.
Get the PS2 up out of here.
Wait, the PS2?
Yeah, get the PS2 up out of here.
I thought you were going for sure gonna say PS3. Wow.
I did too, actually.
Wow.
I was sitting there, I'm like, the PS3 finna get the fuck up out of here. Like, I knew in my head, I said, the PS3 gotta fucking go.
Look
like,
at Devin. Devin is perplexed.
I said, I don't give a damn about no PS3. But as Keem started talking about PS3 games, and he was like, Amalur, and I said, I fucking loved Amalur. And then I thought, I was like, Sleeping Dogs, that happened on the same fucking console. Yeah. Tomb Raider, that was some of my best memories. Tomb Raider, a little less, like, it was a great game, but like feeling like everything was trying to kill me. I couldn't do it. But the goddamn PS2, the more I thought about it, I ain't played none of that shit you holding up, Will. Thought about it, like, I didn't get a PS2 till like hella late in the lifespan. I didn't get a PS2 till like 2004. They dropped the PS3 in like 2006. I missed most of the PS2 games, like all the big hype shit. Devin's reaction is wearing me out, bro.
Devin is killing me in the background.
Devin, like, I'd have moved into this house with a murderer. But look, get the PS2 up out of here, bro. Because I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I don't like none of the PS2 games as much as I like the PS1 games. Like, I like Star Ocean 2 more than I like Star Ocean 3. I like Final Fantasy 7 and 9 more than I like Final Fantasy 10 by like a lot. By like a metric fuck ton. I like Legend of Legaia. I prefer the 1 to Dual Saga.
One is
Like,
better than Dual
Brave-
Saga. That's just a fact. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Brave Fence Musashi 1 is
It
better
is.
than 2 to me. So like, man, he's trying to figure out if Stormtrooper gonna help him.
It is
Stormtrooper
better
not gonna
than
help you, bro. We here now. It's PS2. Get the PS2 up out of here. I know the PS2 got hella classic games, but ultimately, like what this came down to is I didn't play none of them. I played like a handful of games on the PS2, and like I enjoyed them. But like, if you ask me, like, if I told you the list of PS2 games that I really fucked with, and then I
Yeah.
told you the list of PS3 games I really fucked with, you'd
That's
be
a lot of them.
like, Sage, you should pick PS3. Like if I said, okay, my top 5 PS2
Let me
games
clean my
was like
glasses. I ain't hear you clearly.
Final Fantasy, actually not even Final Fantasy. Suikoden 5, which was fire. Star Ocean 3, also fire. But then like you get into like the Dragon Ball Z games and like Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I got that system so late that it was just like a handful of games that I really played on it. Like I start talking about the PS3, I start talking about Batman Arkham City, Sleeping Dogs, Kingdoms of Amalur, and you like, yep, you should go ahead and rock with the PS3. So like based off of what I played, it would be like the only logic I could use to say PS2 is like, well, you know, it had a lot of great games on it that I never played, and I'm never gonna go back to because I'm not going back and playing the old games. I'm not playing the old games on PS2 or 3. So like, it's no point in me saying, oh, I need to pick PS3. I need to say PS3 gotta go because like, no. Like I played the PS3 a lot. That's when I started to get back. Like the end of the PS3 lifespan was when I started to get back into gaming. And that was almost why I kicked it, but at least I was in there. With PS2, I got that shit so late and I played so few games on it that like, what am I hyping up? Like games I never played? Why would I do that? So yeah, I'm picking PS2. I'm sorry. Y'all just
I
gotta
guess by
get
that
over it.
logic, I should pick PS1.
Yeah, I mean, everybody had their own reasoning, but like for me, I had to pick PS2. I just felt like that was the one, that was the choice.
I did not see that coming.
I know, right? I didn't see that
All
coming.
over-
Like I
all
really
over the
just
place today.
when Key mentioned Amalur, and I was like, damn, I fucking loved Amalur. And I guess like I'd had to get. I mean, like I guess I could play it on PC now, but like it's just not the same. Like them memories of me playing Amalur is just priceless, and let alone Sleeping Dogs. Like, what if I never played Sleeping Dogs at all? Like, I would be livid. I've bought that game 3 times and played it 3 times, so like, it's no way. So like, there you go. Like I said, we kind of in the lightning round. I do kind of want to get through these last 2. Really, is it 2? Nope, 3. Here's a real challenge for y'all. It's not really a challenge for me, but it's gonna be a challenge for y'all.
All right.
Final Fantasy X, Metal Gear Solid 2,
Oh damn.
Devil May Cry, Resident Evil 4,
Devil May Cry 1.
Or
Devil
just
May
a
Cry
series
1.
Okay.
You
Okay.
said Metal Gear Solid 2?
Yes.
The
Okay.
Sons
Would you
of
like 3?
Liberty.
Would 3 be more difficult for you? Because I can definitely put 3 in this bitch.
You can put all of them on there. I never bought Metal Gear Solid.
You said Final Fantasy X, Metal Gear Solid 2, DMC 1, and what was the other one?
Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
All right, Rakeem, it's looking like that one's gonna be easy for you, and we are trying to get through it. So
Metal Gear Solid. Never played a Metal Gear Solid game. Well, I played 3, but I never got into the series that heavily. I always preferred Splinter Cell. And I have no connection to that series as heavily. And even so, 3 is kind of more lauded than 2 anyway, in that respect. But
tell you what, I
love-
can make it 3 for everybody. It can be Metal Gear Solid 3, just the actual add a level of challenge.
But just to add to the other ones, I fucking love Final Fantasy X. So I played that game all the way through like 3 times. Fucking love it. Great memories. Resident Evil 4, even though I'm not a big Resident Evil guy, I did play 4. I even recently bought it just a few years ago. I'm gonna get back into it. And I can't wait for the remake. See how that's
I was
gonna
gonna
be.
say the remake come out next year, so
And what was the other one? Just for
DMC
reference?
1.
DMC 1.
Man, DMC 1, great memories. My cousin gave it to me when I was younger. I was so glad he introduced it to me. It got me into the franchise, and I remember playing that a lot too on different difficulties. So yeah, it's definitely Metal Gear Solid 2 for me.
Will, which one?
Come back to me because you done stepped on like all 10 of my toes and my thumbs. So
Oh, my
by
God.
all means.
All right. Terrence, which one, man?
I'm not even gonna lie, this is actually pretty easy for me. Devil May Cry 1. I mean, the other Devil May Cries are far superior to 1, so it's like, I mean, yeah, like Final
So if I
Fantasy.
said
Dare lie
DMC
about
3,
DMC 2.
What? Had you said DMC 3?
Yeah.
that actually would be much tougher. But since you
Too
said,
late.
1, yeah, 1 can get up on out of here. I mean, 10
Too
Final Fantasy
late.
10 is legendary. Metal Gear Solid 2 is absolutely legendary, and RE4 is groundbreaking through the floor. So yeah, DMC 1 can definitely step.
All right, Devin, what you got for us?
I mean, this is kind of rough one, man. I think all of these are classics. All of these games are groundbreaking classics. I have fond memories of DMC One. I played DMC 3 a lot more though. It just had more content overall. But if I had to pick out of these, I'm gonna have to get rid of Devil May Cry 1 because Metal Gear Solid 2. I had Metal Gear Solid 2 like I think 3 or 4 months before I even had a PS2. So like my brother bought
That's
it.
a lot.
He was like, we just gonna have it when we get the system. We just gonna have this game. So that it was just like one of the best experience I ever seen. Like one of the most cinematic games. Like I mean, Kojima just does that with his games. He still does that to this day with Death Stranding. So yeah, I'm have to pick Devil May Cry, man, because Final Fantasy 10. Oh,
That sure as hell ain't going anywhere.
All
No
right.
way.
Will, do you? Well, actually, I'll tell you what I'll go. I'm gonna say, I could start some shit again, but I feel like I maxed out already.
RE4.
No, I was gonna leave RE4 there.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll say Metal Gear Solid. I definitely could have really started some shit here. And just
Yeah, he
been
definitely
like,
could have.
I mean, I mean, like with my pick, I
know.
could have been like, I could have had y'all looking at me crazy. But I'm gonna say Metal Gear Solid because I never really fucked with the Metal Gear franchise like that. Like I never really played any of them, so I'm gonna say Metal Gear.
Metal Gear, it can't be.
Sage, you don't want to go beyond Metal Gear?
I don't want to go beyond Final Fantasy X, but we gonna move on.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you like, fuck Titus, all of them, but I'm gonna let y'all ride. Will, do you have a pick? Have you figured it out now?
I'll let it be Devil May Cry 1.
Okay.
It'll be Devil May Cry 1. As much as I do like it, 3 was a big step up, 2 was a letdown, 4 is still good, regardless of what the people say, and 5 is amazing.
So this is
that's facts.
was that DMC took it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
DMC
Yep, did.
they got it out of
3
it.
votes.
All
I
right.
love that game.
All right.
Yeah.
2 more. The last 2 should be pretty easy. Well, easy-ish. So let's go with this one. Genre. One gotta go.
Oh, boy.
RPGs, platformers, fighting games, or shooters.
RPGs, platformers, shooters, and what's the other one?
Fighting
Fighting
games.
games.
Fighting. Okay. Fighting.
Devin, what's up?
Shooting.
Not the platformers. That's what's up. I mean, I like all 4 of those, but in those, hey man, I say get them out of here, man.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you saying platformers gotta go?
Yeah, they gotta go, man. Against RPGs and fighting games ain't going nowhere, so that's a
figured
given.
that.
And I played shooting games. I still love shooting. I don't play COD like I used to, but I play some shooting games. I'll reload a clip on somebody fast, man. So
Hey, all right. Will, which genre? What's gotta go?
What's gotta go? And you said it was fighting game, shooters, platformers, and RPGs, right?
Yeah.
Well, as I showed y'all earlier through the goddamn collection of games I got, RPGs ain't going nowhere. I got a
Correct.
fight stick and a bunch of fighting games. That ain't going nowhere.
Correct.
I fuck with platformers. I do kind of dabble in shooters here and there because my Call of Duty era has been well past me at this point. But if I had to make a choice at this point, I know I play a lot of Apex. Y'all know I play Apex. But shooters can definitely go.
Okay.
Shooters can go.
Shooters got up out of there. All right.
Wow.
Rakeem, which one?
Well, as friend of the show, Rexo Max from TV FGC once said, and I never forgot it, I want to play me an RPG. I need RPGs in my life.
I'm a morphiger.
I need RPGs in my life. I need fighting games in my life, and I play shooters too. In fact, that's basically like my gaming holy trinity. Fighting game, RPG, shooter. Like those 3, I'm good to go, no matter what. In fact, you can give me all 3 in one. You figure it out. So for me, in my house, well, in my room, because we live in the same house, but for me, in my room, platformers, they got somewhere they can go. and it's outside.
Oh
Stay there.
snap! I'll go, and it's. I think it's gonna be platformers in a walk, quite frankly, because like with the exception of Will, because like I like shooting shit occasionally. I mean, I don't love fighting. Actually, I do like lore of fighting games, so at least I have that. And like story modes can be fun to play through sometimes. So I give you that. Platformers, I get that weird feeling like when I miss a jump, it feels like I actually fell off something. I don't like that. It feels odd. So like no, and like Keem said, I'm not gonna let go of the RPGs. So I guess it's platformers. Even though fighting games, they almost got the fuck up out of here. If there was another genre I could have thought of, fighting games, I'd have got them the fuck up out of here. Terrence, what's up?
So, I know I'm American, and I should like to shoot things. As each and every one of us come out of the womb, we're handed a gun and we're told like this is your birthright, like this is you know what to do with it. We're all Yosemite Sam. We just love just lighting shit up. So I know that I should be heavily like shooters should be number one for me. Like everything
you
else,
got melanin in your skin and everything.
everything should be like a distant like 100. But in this case, in this reality, in this room that I'm in this headspace that I'm in, I see no other genre leaving except shooting because I don't give a shit about shooting. So, yeah, there you go.
Hey,
A fantastic fucking answer. I'm not gonna lie to you.
you want to know what I even find funny about this and him saying shooters should go and how he just gave us that whole spiel about our birthright once we fly on out of there?
Uh-oh.
This man living in Texas.
Hey, man. Like I said, we Yosemite Sam up over here. I'm the ruinous, tooting shooting this, motherfucking booting this guy on this planet. Da, 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 da.
You a great person, but you a terrible Texan.
Oh, well, my bad. Would you like a buttermilk biscuit with that, that salt that you have from my answer? Or would you like me to put on my cowboy boots and my hat, and would you like me to do a little hold down and
I think the cowboy boots and the hat is more here. Well, here in Texas, fair enough.
I could take you down to Whataburger and get you a nice little number 4.
Or Buc-ee's.
That would be fire.
Let me quit.
Okay, so last one, and this was easy-ish.
Easy.
Game of the Year edition.
Oh my.
Oh
My.
Elden Ring,
Bruh.
God of War,
Bruh.
Horizon Forbidden West,
Bruh.
Stray,
Bruh.
Xenoblade 3. One gotta go.
Damn, we have 5 this time.
Oh, I mean, I literally picked the Game of the Year 2022. I was like, what are the options? What were those? That.
Stray, Horizon 2.
Rakeem, which one gotta go, man?
Two of these games are two games I've engrossed myself in, Elden Ring and God of War. So
I knew those were.
I'm not gonna. There's no way that they're going away. I respect Xenoblade 3 a lot. Where it's come from as a franchise has become now one of the flagships of Nintendo. They put in work for that, and this from a series that wasn't even over here, and fans big for it to come over here. There's a lot of history in Xenoblade, and I just, of course, the history of even before that was Gears and Xeno Saga. That long franchise, I like
Rainfall.
I like what they're doing over there. So really, when it comes down to it,
You finna tell Garfield to get out, ain't it?
yeah, it's gonna be Garfield because I always like dogs better anyway. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's just a joke. That's a joke, everybody. But I respect Stray, but it's not the type of game I just want right now, and I just haven't found interest in it. My little brother freaking loved it. He told me he got addicted to it. I was talking to him, what you been up to? I'm playing Stray every day. Great. He loves animals. So
Okay.
He's had several cats, and they're cats with kids. And
Okay.
stray cats from the street, and all he's had so many cats.
Damn.
So that was no brainer for him. But yeah, for me, I'm just not as interested in Stray as the other games, of course. Elden Ring and God of War. I have played for Horizon. I intend to play Forbidden West. It's just timing has been off. I'm not as into it, but I do want to play it from time to time. Whereas Stray, I just don't have the interest to play it. So I'm gonna have to choose Stray.
Good description. Will, between the 5, which one, man?
All right. After going down the list of 5 and just kind of looking at it, if I had to go on the outside looking in, just giving my straight answer, I would probably end up possibly giving it to Stray. It's gotta walk. And this is my thing because I have the Horizon game as well, and I've kind of sat with it for a bit, and I do like what the first game is doing. And after seeing how they brought up the second game, it looks amazing, looks gorgeous, and I think I want to sit down with it because I do like some games to have a visual spectacle to them. I'm looking for the pretty shit to appear. I want to see that, and Stray does that too. But I don't think it's a game that I want to sit down with it at the moment. So I'm just like, because I got a bunch of other like indie type titles that I do play, and I'm a big Metroidvania guy. So if you got one of those coming out,
Playing those.
you
got plenty of those.
you immediately got my attention. So I'm just kind of like, hey, if you got a Metroidvania, throw it at me. I'll play it. But straight and go, I'm keeping Horizon there because I'm interested. I just hate that where it came out at and how Elden Ring just kind of came out and just straight Megazord stomped his ass. So I'm just kind of like, yeah. That's the only thing that's sitting bad on Horizon, that it came out at a time where another game came and just took off into the stratosphere, and everybody looked at Horizon like, what is that? So
I respect that answer. I'm sad because I really rock with Stray like quite a bit.
Mhm.
So we actually just one away from whether or not Stray is leaving. Terrence, are you that one? Are you that somebody?
You all talked about, how much you dislike platformers. So yeah, Stray can stray away from this list.
Damn. Stray like a straight up platformer?
Well, it's like it's like one of those Sony, third person. It has some platforming elements to it, so it's not straight up just a platform.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I mean, out of all these choices here, I mean, yeah, Stray's the last game that I would probably play. So yeah, I mean, yeah. It can go. sorry,
Devin, I
sorry,
believe-
Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield, he had to go, but I mean, the last 2 votes do matter. So Devin, I believe you were a fan of Stray. So what of these 5 games would you pick?
I mean, out of these 5 games, you got God of War. I haven't played this Ragnarok personally, but I've seen Rakeem play a good bit of it, and it does look like a game that I would enjoy pressing buttons on. I've played Elden Ring already, and it's Elden Ring. It's a Souls game, so I like that genre. Horizon is a game I've actually never. I didn't play the first one. I've had plenty of times to get plenty of chances to get the game, just never did. But it definitely looks like my speed. I like the post-apocalyptic, this like new world. The nature is like
Totally
turn into like this like mesh between like mechanical and organic. I love that type of setting, and I think the game looks great. It looks like a good game. It's just, again, like I had a Sega Dreamcast syndrome. Just came out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a
That's
good
a great way to put that.
honestly.
Yeah.
What was the other game?
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade 3.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Like Rakeem mentioned, it does look like a fun game, and it's a rocket propelled grenade. So you know how I feel about my rocket propelled grenades.
Beautiful.
That was great.
Love it.
So even though I haven't played that game, I do have history with the Xenos name. I've played Xenogears, one of my favorite RPGs. Xenosaga -2. Love that game. So only thing that's left, man, is Stray looks like a very interesting game. Definitely unique, artsy, a refreshing experience. It's good to have games that are refreshing experiences, but the cat look like he's good at walking, so you might as well go ahead and walk about this list, man. That's his specialty. So
God dang.
I'm
Well,
sorry,
cats
Garfield.
love ignoring people anyway, so it probably would ignore
They
us
do.
That is
in
true.
real life.
Okay. So I haven't talked about this a lot on stream, but as Rakeem knows, I've dedicated 200 hours of the last year playing Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2 in preparation to play Xenoblade 3, which I have not played, but that motherfucker ain't leaving. Horizon Forbidden West, that could have been a candidate, but then I started seeing like some of the plot and some of the ideas for Horizon Forbidden West, and I like what actually happens in the game, and it reopened my mind to the Horizon setting, and I was like, all right, bet. Stray is just such a creative game, and the fact that it almost won Game of the Year, or it was in the running to run Game of the Year, makes me so happy. It's not going nowhere. So it's to come down to the two games that everybody thought deserved most to win Game of the Year. Between Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok. And if Elden Ring were a normal Souls, I wouldn't even done the whole preamble. I'd have said, get this bullshit off the list. Fuck this game. I just don't care about Souls games. Like the whole thing about, oh, look how hard it is. You got to get good and get good. Fuck that shit. The whole ethos of get good just annoys the hell out of me. I'd have been like, yeah, toss that bitch off the list. But Elden Ring does things like the level of depth to the builds. And the reason why I know all of this is because you couldn't get away from this motherfucker. Everybody was streaming it. Rakeem was playing it. I live in the house with him. So I've seen hours and hours of Elden Ring. The way you level up in that game is unique. It's something that like other RPGs have done, but never at RPGs at that scale have done. It's simplistic, but it also works. The level design that works. The fact that there's so many different types of weapons, so many different types of spells. Basically, it stays just off the basis of like, ideally, you leave some of the, it's got to be hard as shit. You leave some of that nonsense behind, and you pick up on some of the things that game did right, like enemy variety and weapon variety and spell variety, and you do something with that class variety, and you can make legitimate good open world RPGs going forward with that. So yeah, Elden Ring stays. So I guess by process of elimination, it's got to be God of War Ragnarok. I don't have nothing against it. I just never cared about Kratos as a character. I know the story is really supposed to be well done, but it never took to me. And like, I didn't even bother to watch it on stream. Like, it's not like Elden Ring. Like, even though for a while you couldn't escape it, it's not as long of a game. And so it didn't have as long of a tail. Like, even if you go online right now, people are already playing, Crisis Core or the Street Fighter beta or any number of other things. They've already moved on.
Core.
You say what?
Ooh, I can't wait to play Crisis Core.
Ooh, boy. I can't wait, boy. So yeah, like I guess it's got to be God of War Ragnarok, but I mean, like it was a 4-1 thing before I even started. So I mean, Stray got to get the fuck up on out of here.
So sorry,
Stray caught a stray.
I'm so sorry, bro.
It caught a stray.
It caught a stray, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna still buy.
I'm definitely still gonna play it, so I can't say that.
Yeah, it's like a game right up your alley. Say, to be honest.
So like I meant to play it during the summer, but I was wrapped up in Cold Steel 3 and Xenoblade 1 and 2 and all of that. So there you go.
RPG
All right,
goodness.
that is going to wrap it up for this week's episode. And I just want to say how much I appreciate every single viewer that has checked us out over the last year. There are literally thousands of YouTubers that you could have watched and you chose to come rock with us. Even if you checked us out for 10 minutes, I appreciate that shit because that's 10 minutes you didn't have to give us. You could have been watching the Anime Man, which sounds like somebody I made up, even though he got like 4 million subscribers.
I was gonna say
It's like,
real person.
it literally sounds like I just made a name up, but no, that's a real dude.
definitely a real
He's
person.
huge YouTuber, like one of the biggest on the internet. You could be watching him. You could have. It means a lot to me that you chose to check us out, and we will be back in 2023 having more fun, being bigger, being better than ever. So now that all that's out the way, I need a few things from you as always. I need you to do us a favor, hit that subscription button on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, on TikTok. Don't just check us out. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your auntie, tell your uncle. You know what it is. Tell your coworkers. You don't even know. You might make a new friend. Hey, did you hear all that nonsense they was talking? Sage said he would kick the PS2 out. You might make a new friend over there. You don't know. So I just need you to do me a personal favor and have an excellent week. And we will see y'all in 2023.
Peace.